What's up? Welcome to a new episode of Bleed Black and Gold. As you know, I am the host, BrandonJaneau, and like always, after all Saints games, uh, talk about it. But before I get into the game, all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow, social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, um, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, uh, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook. Yeah. Um, it's a damn shame. All right. So, um, yeah, Brand Janu Show and YouTube channel, Brand Janu Show. So on my YouTube channel, like, share, comment, hit the notification button, subscribe, man. And I hope you guys enjoy this episode. This is literally the last episode of week 9 and also season 9 and also of the year for me. So yeah, this shit is not ending well. So the Thursday night game has officially ended. Saints Rams. Um, Rams beating the Saints 30-22. Um, the game went exactly like I thought it would go. The offense struggled for the Saints. The defense just pretty much was getting destroyed by simple fucking motion. It is the simplest shit. The Saints suck at defending motion. That's just they are terrible at defending motion. Um, and we lost 30-22. Um, this game was pretty much supposed to be a blowout. It was a blowout for most of the game. The Saints put up two quick touchdowns, 2 point conversion. Um, yeah. My feelings on this game was I never thought the Saints were gonna win this game. To be honest with you, picked it with my brother Juan that the Rams were gonna win this game. I mean, I'm a Saints fan. Like I told my dad yesterday, I'm a Saints fan, but I ain't stupid. The Saints are not good on the road, and they're damn sure not good on the road when it's actually a game they gotta win. They are terrible. This game was pretty much a detriment of what the fuck the whole season has been. The offense is it's non-existent. It's fucking non-existent. This was a worse game. The Saints literally could never get Taysom Hill in the game to even run plays. I mean, the man probably was on the field maybe 2 or 3 times. Damn, I can't even say he was on the damn field for 3 times. I think he had like 2 fucking plays he actually was in, which was like as soon as they got one run right and it was positive, then they try to like put Taysom in the game. It just this game was bad, man. They just never work. It was a bad fucking game. It was bad. Oh God, this is bad. The defense, like I said, pretty much got fooled all night with fucking motion. Um, that is the one thing about Dennis Allen defensively as a defensive coordinator that he has struggled with. He struggles with mobile quarterbacks and he struggles with offenses that use fucking motion. They are terrible at this. And also, what he's also terrible at is bunch formations. They suck at teams that can do bunch formations. And the Rams were just in a bunch of fucking bunch formations because the Saints are a man to man defense. They like to press man to man. But how do you kill a man to man? Bunch formation. You don't know who's going where. You don't know how things are going to go. And the secondary got killed tonight because of that. I never felt confident in the Saints this game. Never did. Um, it was nice if they could have come back. It would be good if they could come back, but 22-33. I'm shocked they scored 22 fucking points. I'm gonna be honest. I did not expect them to even hit 22. And for most of the game, it pretty much was looking like they weren't gonna score anything else. Um, so we lost. We're now 7-8. We have 2 games left. Both are divisional. Here's the craziest thing: we could still win the fucking division. This is the craziest shit on the planet. Like we can still win the division. Tampa plays Carolina at the end of the year, which is gonna be in Tampa. We play Atlanta at the end of the season, but next week it all boils down to us versus Tampa. I don't have no faith in Atlanta beating the Colts. I don't give a shit if Atlanta's at home. I have no faith in Atlanta beating the Colts. Tampa versus Jacksonville. I got more faith in Tampa than I do Jacksonville right now. Tampa be 8-7. We'll be 7-8. We went out. We will be division winners, which is the craziest shit. But I had little to no faith that we were gonna win this game. We uh we struggled the entire night. It was a bad game. We just and here's the thing, man. And I know people are gonna get on social media and shit on Derek Carr and say this is a Derek Carr game. He sucked. This was this was a Dennis Allen game. He could not figure out how to stop this offense, and I mean at all. And then the stupidest thing on the planet is that you went for it on 2 4 downs when I get it. The first drive you had, you punt the ball, they went down the field, they scored. I get it. But the fucking problem with that is that you never did it again. Punt the fucking ball, dude. Just punt it. Put them in a position and put them in a situation where they will actually have to move the ball down the field. And I get it. Like I said, the defense wasn't great, but you also put them in really dire situations at midway through that game that they didn't need to be in. Like early in the first half of that fucking game, they did not need to be in those fucking 4 downs. You go for it on 4 down when you're literally at like the 50 and the 40 yard line. Like you're not even far into their range where you can at least go for it. And then on top of that, it's not like short 4 downs. These are fourth and sevens, fourth and fives. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are y'all going for it? It didn't make any sense. This was a Dennis Allen game. He coached so fucking poorly. Like, this was a terrible fucking game. If you were trying to keep your job, this was a game that you fucking blew it. Like, this was a bad game. Your defense didn't perform. They never showed up. And then you approved going for it on 2 different 4 downs when you could have literally. This is how crazy this shit is. The Saints literally could have punted the ball. It was 7-10, 7-10. Like, bro, punt the fucking ball. What are you doing? Punt the ball, and if they walk down the field and score, then cool. But the fact that you gave them easy yardage, easy field position, and then and then you told the defense go out there and stop this damn team. It's the dumbest shit on the planet. And then on top of that, you wasn't stopping them to begin with. It was a terrible Dennis Allen game. This was terrible. This was the worst that I've seen a defense look since the Tampa Bay game. This was a terrible fucking time. They didn't fix shit in the second half. It was even worse in the second half. The Rams got the ball and just walked down the field. Like it was it this was a Dennis Allen game. Like this was a terrible coaching game for Dennis Allen. And I cannot sit here and be like, I don't think if we're gonna look back on this, we're gonna look back on this season and we're gonna immediately say the Tampa Bay game in week what 3, week 4, and then you playing the Rams when your playoff hopes were on the line. Now here's the crazy part. We still got a chance to make the playoffs. What about the division? We just really needed to win this game because now we have to have our fate in Seattle and Minnesota. I don't really have that much faith in Minnesota. I think they're gonna lose to Detroit, and I think they're gonna lose to Detroit again when it's all said and done. I don't really have that much faith in Minnesota, and I think they still gotta play Green Bay one more time. I think they play Green Bay. I think in Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't really have that much faith in Minnesota, but Seattle is gonna be a hard one because they don't play the Rams anymore, and they don't really have to play San Francisco. So you got two teams that you have already pretty much got swept by. You don't really have to worry about them. The problem with the and right now for the Saints, we're in the same boat Seattle's in, which is They are 0-4 in divisional play. I think they played. Did they? I think they played Arizona once already. I think they have, and I think they won barely, but I think they won. And they got Arizona one more time. So they like it's like you got Arizona one more time. Like the key is really the Arizona, Green Bay and Arizona, I mean Green Bay and Seattle. Those are the two teams who are really trying to now outplay because I don't have no faith in Minnesota, none. Nick Mullins, okay, whatever. We still have a chance to make the playoffs. This is the craziest shit. We still have a chance to make the playoffs, but we have to win these next two games. We cannot fuck up these next two games. Like I said, the Saints made a comeback in the fourth quarter, but by the time they made the comeback, it was over. Like they weren't coming. They weren't winning that game. The fact that the Rams really just let up, and they was just like, okay, I could go ahead and do what you want to do. This was a terrible game. The Saints just did not play with any care. Like the defense just completely got their ass whooped. Never had an adjustment. Never even thought about adjusting. It was a terrible game for the defense. And then when you gave the ball to the offense, they literally looked like they could not figure out who the fuck they were. Like they just it was a bad game. Alvin couldn't run the ball, which this would have been a better game for Jamal Williams because he could at least get into that. But even Jamal Williams, the only time they used Jamal Williams was literally to come in the pass block, and he couldn't do that. Like it's like what the fuck game is this? What's the game plan? Ah my god! Like I said, we still got two chances. We got two games, 2 weeks. Tampa, we got a 10 week bye, a 10 week bye, 10 day bye. We got a 10 day bye. We got to get our shit together. These are two games that we desperately need, and we have to win them. We have to win them. You showed some fight at the end of this game, so clearly you knew how much this mattered. But even in that sense, even in that situation, and even in that sense, I have little to no faith in the Saints. I think we're better than Tampa. I do believe that. But I also believe that it's the fucking Saints. It's the fucking Saints. Like I have faith that we're better than Tampa. But I also know it's the fucking Saints. I don't know how more I can say but that. It's the fucking Saints. We shall see. Anyway, I'm Brandon Janeau. It's been Bleed Black and Gold. Saints lose 30-22 to the Rams. I'll see y'all next season. Well, season 10, I should say. And which means next Sunday we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Till next time, I am Brandon Janeau. Peace.